everyone, my name is Fabian and I am from the National Museum of Singapore. So today we have a special program presented by the museum in celebration of Singapore Heritage Festival. This month, the Chinese community celebrates Duan Wu Jie, also referred to as the Dragon Boat Festival. In Singapore, the festival is closely associated with dragon boat racing and the consumption of glutinous rice dumplings. Dragon boat races were introduced to Singapore by Chinese immigrants who came to Singapore during the colonial era. In June 1978, the Singapore Tourist Promotion Board, now known as STB, organised the first regatta-style dragon boat race to mark the Dragon Boat Festival. The festival attracted 25 local teams, with the participants rowing furiously to the beat of the drums in their colourful dragon boats. This first race was won by the Changi Adventurers Club, and the event has since evolved into an annual affair, attracting both Chinese and non-Chinese participants. As for the glutinous rice dumplings, or zongzi, we have Chef Shih, who will share with us her memories of making zongzi as a child, followed by a demonstration where you can also learn how to wrap your very own dumplings from the comfort of your home. You can also wrap up this experience with a taste of these dumplings at home. Look out for more details of our special giveaway at the end of this program. For now, let's meet Chef Shih.
Whenever I make dumplings, I get nostalgic. When I was young, the lead up to Duan Wu Jie was an annual extended family activity, as I remember mingling with all my aunties and cousins at our house, helping to make the dumplings and having fun while catching up. Pretty much like Chinese New Year festivities. We also took the occasion to pray and commemorate those in the family that have already passed on. Some of the dumplings, among other food items, will be used as an offering too. I learned how to make dumplings from my mother when I was young. My mom's training was very strict. Before we could start wrapping the dumplings with rice, we had to train using sand, which is finer than raw rice. It definitely left a deep imprint on my mind till now. My mother was clearly the leader as she was the oldest among her siblings and also demanded the highest standards when making the dumplings. Hokkien dumplings are mostly savoury with the use of bamboo leaf, pork belly, salted egg, and mushrooms. Cantonese ones include chestnuts, mung bean, and the use of wider lotus leaves to wrap them. Nyonya ones are noticeably sweeter, with traces of blue pea flour in the glutinous rice, and pandan leaves are used when wrapping. The preservation of culture and practice of making the dumplings with all your heart, then delivering them to others and seeing them happily receiving and eating them gives tremendous joy to me. Come, let me teach you how to make your very own Nyonya dumpling. These are the ingredients for the Nyonya dumpling. First, you soak the dried bamboo leaf overnight. These are the leaves used to wrap the dumplings. Traditionally, we will use pandan leaf to wrap, but it's not easily available in Singapore. Instead, we will use bamboo leaves. Soak the rice in water for 4 hours, then drain well. Toast the coriander seeds until light brown and fragrant. Then grind the seeds into powder. Chop the shallots. Chinese black mushrooms. Candied winter melon. And chicken. Traditionally, we will use pork belly, but today we are using chicken. Dip dried blue pea flowers into 1/4 cup of boiling water. Heat up the pan with cooking oil, then we fry shallots until light brown and fragrant. Then we add in all the chopped ingredients and seasoning. Fry for 5 minutes or until the ingredients are cooked. Once the blue pea flowers has cooked, squeeze out for the colored water. Add in rice, seasoning, and water. Stir fry for about 2 minutes. Take 2/3 of the rice out. Add the colored water into the remaining rice, then fry for half a minute. Take 2 bamboo leaves, snip off both ends and then stack them together. Make the leaf into a cone shape. Then we add in 2 tablespoons of rice. Use the spoon to make a hole in the middle. Then add in the fillings. Top with rice and blue rice. Before we wrap, we put 1 piece of pandan leaf on top and then make sure the rice is compact before we fold them. After we wrap, you have to check all the 4 corners is sharp and make sure there's no holes on the dumpling. Tie the dumpling using the bamboo string. When everything is done, you can cut off the excess string before we cook. Put salt and oil into the boiling water. Then add all the dumplings into the boiling water. Bring to boil for 10 minutes, then simmer for 2.5 hours. Here is your Nyonya zhang. Enjoy!
Wow, those dumplings look very delicious. We hope that today's program has given you some insight into Singapore's heritage. Thank you everyone for being a part of today's program presented by the National Museum of Singapore. Now that you've seen how rice dumplings are made, Would you like to try some handmade dumplings by Chef Shih? Scan the QR code or click on the link to the quiz in the video description below and correctly answer all the questions to win a set of delicious handmade Hokkien, Nonya and Key dumplings. Do also follow us on our National Museum of Singapore Facebook page or on Instagram if you would like to be kept up to date with all of our upcoming programs. Thank you very much and see you again soon for our next program.